Right, today's unlive episode of how to make is how to make a basic cheese sauce for a lasagna or pasta bake. Because this afternoon we are actually going to turn our pasta sauce into a lasagna. So the ingredients you need are set out in front of you, which is store or butter, plain flour, milk, grated cheese, salt, pepper, whisk and a good non-stick pan. This is the pan I got for Christmas. And it is one of the best things I've ever received because I cook everything in it now, and it's the Airy Bikers big cook pot. Okay, so now we're going to start cooking. First of all, get your pan warmed up. You need a good 2 ounces of stock into your pan, and you've got to make sure that your stalk's melted. Sorry about the amateur filming today, it's the wife. So we've got to let that melt first, properly down. Alternatives to doing this, although I do prefer to use my own, is buying a pot or a couple of pots from supermarkets, but you don't get the same taste and you don't get the enjoyment of making it. So cook the butter down so it melts a bit quicker. This is what we're actually making, is called in professional circles a roux. And a roux is the basis to any sauce you're going to make, and that's just basically butter and flour. So unfortunately it's going to take a while to melt down, and we don't know how to freeze and start again, do it up. So remove your butter, you don't need that anymore. And you need your flour. And drop your flour in and mix quickly straight away. The aim of this is basically to start to cook out the flour within the butter. Give it a really good mix round so you're picking everything up on the side. Using the non-stick pan so it's not sticking, it's lovely. And I'm using a whisk coated in plastic, which I found, I think it was £1 somewhere the other week, so it doesn't damage my pan. Right, so we're letting the roux cook out a little bit. While that's cooking out, you've got your milk. We're going to probably use about a pint of milk, but you use what you need. Just let the roux cook out a little bit. Coming down now, so we're at a level where we can start. So basically start pouring your milk in. At this point I'm probably going to add a bit of salt, pepper, and a tiny bit of low salt, because there's plenty of salt in the cheese and we don't like to use too much salt. So now you've got to mix this in till the milk starts to absorb. Basically starting to absorb now, so you don't worry about the lumps, just keep whisking and whisking. Gradually the lumps will work themselves out. Now, oops, don't got that in. More milk. And one thing I forgot to do last time in the last video, just while we're mixing this in, was to explain, always wash your hands well before starting cooking. If you drop something off the floor and pick it up, wash your hands again. Remember, it's not you that's just eating it, it's somebody else. So don't worry about these lumps. As it cooks, these lumps will disappear. Oh, we're getting down to a sauce base again. So when it gets down, give it a really good beat. We're just going to pause for a second while we keep adding the milk. Next lot of milk has gone in, and we've got to beat this to try and start working through these lumps. What? More milk? Sorry, we're having technical issues. Let it come to a bit of a boil so it all starts actually cooking the lumps out. because remember later on you're going to be reheating this, so we need to keep it nice and thin to start with. Add some more milk. I think we're about there. And like I said on the ingredient sheet I did put a pint of milk, but you may need to use more depending how thick your sauce wants to be. The only reason I'm giving you weights and measures is because the boss told me to. I'd usually just do it by eye. I'm getting a good workout here. Right, so we've got basic sauce. That's the basic white sauce. We'll bring it to the boil now, just to cook through. Right, so it's coming to the boil now, so we're just going to let it simmer for a couple of minutes, just to let the flour cook through. Give it a good stir first. Before we add the cheese, which is today is mainly grated cheddar on the fine grater side, but I've also added a little bit of parmesan just to give it a bit of extra flavour. So always make sure you keep stirring as you're going. You see this cheese, when the gaps start to appear, your sauce is getting there quite well. So that's basic white sauce. Now to make it a cheese sauce, you need to gradually throw a cheese in, turn the heat up a little bit, and then you work your cheese into the sauce, still using your whisk. You work and work and work it in and let it